Hey everybody, Chris Negley here with Elegant Estates. Today we are doing a paver renovation on a patio and a couple of walkways we installed quite a few years ago. So hang tight and we'll show you what we have going on today. Alright, so we have this 4x8 Holland stone walkway, serpentine. We did install it to ICPI guidelines in the back, and again we will be trimming along this edge to sharpen that up, and we'll be extracting the sand and all the debris out of the joints with the surface cleaners, and we'll also be pre-treating it with some detergents to kill off the mold and the mildew. We do have an overlay up here that looks pretty good, but we're going to extract some sand out of there and get that all cleaned up as well. And then we have an upper level here that's got a hot tub and some fire pit sitting walls here. So and this is a shady area, so it doesn't dry very well back here, and the homeowner's been kind of keeping on top of the weeds. And again, the polymeric sand's kind of degraded over, I mean, this is probably, I would guess, 12 or more years old. But you can see there's areas here that are always in the shade. So it's got a lot of mold and mildew on there, a lot of moss. And then again, we have a circle pack over here with a fire pit and sitting walls. So we'll be addressing all that here. And that'll all be killed off with the SH that we'll be putting on there for the detergent. We will also be taking care of this concrete here. We'll treat this with the detergent. We'll take our small surface cleaner over that and just kind of brighten that concrete up. So that's what we have going on today. So we'll extract the sand, do a really good deep cleaning on it today, and then once it dries up, we will go ahead and sweep in the new polymeric sand, get that tamped, and polish her off. And we'll activate that with water once that's all done. Now here, these white items here, those are actually lights that go around the outside edge. So we'll be real careful around those. Over time, those do get brittle, the UV exposure and that kind of thing. So we'll play it real safe around those. And again, we have some overhanging plants here. I've already notified the homeowner that you know, those overhanging plants, since we do have to run 200-degree water to extract the polymeric sand, that creates, you know, some decent amount of heat and steam. So those will probably get burned up a little bit along the edge. Fortunately, with perennials, those are always trimmable. So 9 times out of 10, we'll have to take those, trim those back when we're all done. Because they will die off a little bit, and then next year you'll never even know that they're affected. We have a few here that are coming over the edge. I don't expect those to be much of an issue. So that's what we're up against today, and it will be a night and day difference by the time we're done. So up front here, we have the same style paver. It's 4x8. It is a serpentine walkway heading up to the front. The vegetation is kind of overgrowing that, so there is going to be a few obstacles here to have to deal with. Again, you know, we're looking at some perennials there that'll probably get torched by some of the steam. We do have a spruce here. That'll be fun to get under. And then over here, we have some astilbe that are coming over the walkway. But we'll tie back what we can just to kind of get it out of the way. Now this stoop, we had a little bit of settling on. We came in last season, got that all squared around for them. And now it just needs a really good cleaning. So we'll go ahead and get that cleaned off too. But there is a back portion to this job, so we'll probably start in the back and then we'll come out and do this front here. And again, anything that's up along the edge here, we like to try to clean up and re-edge, just so when we're done, it's nice and sharp, clean, crisp edge. Alright, so up here we did our detergent and surfactant pre-treat, and that's going to kill off all of that organic material that's been growing on the surface of the pavers. So by the time we get out the cleaner, the surface cleaner, to extract the sand in these joints, seeing how it is a renovation job, we'll be putting 200-degree water to it. So basically, essentially, this entire paver surface will be sterilized, so it'll be super clean. And again, we've already done the walls up here. That was a soft wash and a ball valve rinse, and we're going to do the same here. We've pre-treated all of these steps, and you can see here that white right there is all moss growing on the face of that, so that pretty much turns white instantly. So we'll go ahead and give these a good solid rinse, and then hop on here with a surface cleaner, get that sand extracted, and then we'll move on to the walkways. Alright, here we are, our finished product on the paver renovation. Again, you remember from the before videos, this was all moss up in here, all over the surface and in the joints. So we went ahead and extracted that. We used 200-degree water, extracted all that material from the joints, re-swept in new polymeric sand, activated that. We did a soft wash and rinse on these vertical structures. And again, we did that on the walkway down below, the overlay, as well as the walkway out front. But as you can see, night and day difference. And with our paver renovation, we can bring those paver projects back to a like new condition. And with this fresh sand, you should get at least another 10-15 years out of the sand, as long as you have us come in and wash every say 12 months and keep that moss off of the surface of these. Again, this is all in shade back here for the most part, so between the shade and some of the moisture during really wet seasons, you'll have issues with moss coming back in on the surface. So every year we can come in and do a soft wash on those scenarios and keep that moss off before it roots down deep into the cracks and creates a dilemma where we need to do a renovation for you. Prevention is the key when it comes to hardscape maintenance. So if you need a renovation, give us a call. You can find us online or at phone 607-533-3699.